Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT.Wealth, and we are back with our midweek stock market news update. So let's get into it. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So we did this series for the first time last week and got a lot of positive feedback on the structure. So we're back at it again this week with just a quick highlight and overview of some of the headlines happening in the stock market. I also just want to take a quick minute to say a very big thank you to all of our amazing viewers and subscribers. Yesterday's video on my first couple weeks of being monetized as a YouTuber got some really amazing and warm, heartfelt feedback on it. I just want to say that I appreciate you guys so much, and it really meant a lot to me. Okay, so we have a lot of great information to cover today, so I'm not going to waste too much time before we get into it. This is just your quick reminder to please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and to give us a big thumbs up if you like the video. And remember to check out our links down below if you're looking to open a new brokerage account. Right now, Webull has a great offering where you get a free stock for opening the account and another one for making a deposit. And Webull is great because they do offer extended trading hours, so you can get in on that pre-market and aftermarket trading, which can be really key. All right, so today we are going to touch on Tesla, Hyliion, Workhorse, Draftkings, Rocket, Docusign, and Airbnb. So starting with Tesla, and I know they have gotten a ton of news coverage this week, so don't worry, we're not wasting too much time here. But on Monday, we had their 5-for-1 stock split, and yesterday they had that announcement of the up to $5 billion in share offerings. So you can check out our video from yesterday if you want a more in-depth coverage of that. Today's article, though, we are focusing on Bank of America raising their price target by 57%. Now, it has been a heck of a week for Tesla's share price. As we opened the week with that stock split, their prices soar on Monday, but then Tuesday morning they come out with the share offering news. We saw the price dip back down, back up, and now back down again. With all this news, we also heard of several analysts lowering their price targets for Tesla. Now today we're seeing that Bank of America analyst John Murphy reiterated his neutral rating for Tesla but raised his price target from $350 up to $550. Murphy said Tesla's biggest long-term challenge will be funding its massive global expansion efforts, but the higher the stock price goes, the less pressure Tesla will face in raising that capital. This week's $5 billion offering is the second time Tesla has raised outside capital since CEO Elon Musk said it doesn't make sense to raise money back in January. Murphy said Tesla's upward stock spiral suggests the company has no need for internal funding. Murphy also said the higher Tesla's stock price goes, the cheaper capital becomes for the company, which creates a positive feedback loop that drives the stock price even higher and creates a self-fulfilling framework that helps explain the extreme 961% gain in Tesla stock over the past year. In another headline this week, we see Tesla mentioned, but it's actually in regards to another EV company that we've actually been covering since early July. And that is none other than Hyliion, who is going public via reverse merger with the SPAC company Tortoise Acquisitions, also known as Shell. As the company approaches the expected merger by the end of the third quarter, share price for Tortoise Acquisition has continued to rise, up more than 300% since the merger was announced, which included a 25% spike after Hyliion's CEO made an appearance this Tuesday on Yahoo Finance. So as we know, Hyliion is focused on an electric e-axle drivetrain for existing semi-trucks and is also planning to ramp up production of a second offering dubbed the Hypertruck ERX that uses an electric drivetrain and capable of achieving a net carbon negative emissions footprint. The company previously announced a 1,000 pre-order for its Hypertrucks and plan on delivering these for 2021 before volume production in 2022. Obviously, you can see on the chart here, it has been a solid month of growth for Shell with a couple big jumps, and like I said, that most recent one happening yesterday on Tuesday. And although we don't have a specific date for this merger to close, it does seem that we are on track for the end of September. So this article lets us know that recent filings show the deal appears to be on track. as they filed an updated preliminary version of a proxy statement with the SEC. And what they've learned is that all existing Hyliion investors still plan to roll over their investments into the new company, that Tortoise will bring $235 million in cash to the deal, and that other investors still plan to invest $325 million in exchange for shares of the new company at $10 per share. Now, just a quick honorable mention for Workhorse in this video, as we did cover them in a video on Monday, but they are up 18% this month after their newsworthy strategic agreement with the big company Hitachi. Everyone is still eagerly awaiting any news regarding this USPS contract, and if you want more details on the Hitachi partnership there, like I said, we had that video from Monday. Next up is Draftkings, who just made big headlines with their announcement of Michael Jordan coming on board their company. So they just announced that the basketball legend Michael Jordan will advise the board and take an equity stake in the online gaming companies. So we saw their stock spike higher at the open, then trim gains, and we'll show you the chart after this where it did seem to bounce back up a bit. But Jordan will take an equity interest in exchange for providing guidance to the boards of directors on key business initiatives. Looking at the last 5 days here for Draftkings, you can see that we've had some ups and downs, ending last week a bit higher, but then opening this Monday lower, and Wednesday you see that big spike up, trimming back down, and now it seemed to even back out at that $39.90. So it has been a big year for Draftkings, especially considering they just went public back in April via a reverse merger with Diamond Eagle SPAC company. And it has been a chaotic year for professional sports considering the environment we've been in. So this is pretty positive news about Michael Jordan, and we'll see what it does for them. Next up is Rocket, who is the parent company of Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgages, who just IPO'd on August 5th. Since that IPO, Rocket has seen their stock price go up about 38%. And today we had their first earnings report after hours, after which we've now seen their stock price drop, which might be a bit confusing considering that the company reported net revenue of $5 billion, net income of $3.5 billion, and adjusted EBITDA of $3.8 billion in their first earnings report. Their expected EPS was 88 cents per share. Their actual was $1.44 per share. So that's amazing results. Looking at the chart here, you can see that nice little run up over the last couple weeks, especially leading up to this earnings, but now that drop after hours, and at the time of filming this, that after hour is down 8%. I think those really positive earnings results were somewhat already priced into the stock price, and we're seeing a lot of people now taking their profits from that. So in my opinion, I think over the next few weeks, we'll probably see this correct itself and come back up, but time will tell. Looking forward to tomorrow, Thursday, we have a company that is looking to report earnings after hours, and that is Docusign. Now, 2020 has been a great year for shareholders of the Docu stock, as it is trading near a new all-time high. It's been a really big year for them considering all the people having to work remotely from home. So the stock is prone to big moves after reporting earnings and can easily gap up if the numbers are strong. Conversely, if the numbers disappoint, it could easily go down as well. Looking at the chart here for Docusign, you can see on Tuesday morning we had a big jump up that was in correlation to Zoom reporting really strong earnings. So another stock that has done really well with all of this remote working this year. Last but not least today is Airbnb, a company who's looking to do their IPO their way and just recently turned down a SPAC offer from Bill Ackman. So apparently Ackman approached Airbnb about a merger with his blank check company, but the home rental site rebuffed the billionaire investor and said it prefers a traditional initial public offering. Airbnb hasn't completely ruled out a merger with Ackman's holding company, although they do say that early discussions broke off when Airbnb filed confidentially for an IPO last month. Now, Ackman's SPAC company has raised $4 billion in an IPO in July, and he sent a letter to investors last week that he was holding discussions with a number of potential companies. Now, Airbnb had planned to go public earlier this year, but had to put those plans on hold amidst all of the pandemic. Since then, they have raised some additional financing, and with a rebound in rentals, those plans are back on track to have their IPO later this year. All right, guys, that is all of the news I have for today. Of course, there's so much news out there, I could keep going on, but in the interest of your time, I will end it here. So please let me know your thoughts on these companies that we discussed tonight, but please let me know what else you're looking at this week and what headlines have caught your eye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and give us a big thumbs up. For everyone who was really concerned about me drinking water in yesterday's video, don't worry, I am back to my wine, so have a great evening. Cheers!